right, go ahead.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Rock Sports Complex here on Zaleski Sports. Big one this afternoon. A lot of challenges for this game, but we were able to bring it to you. The other game ran late and we had problems with power with these last storms, but we were able to find something. Hopefully we can stick it together the rest of the game. We're going to run on lower quality as well because we're a little bit further away from the Wi-Fi router compared to the other day when we were here. So we're going to do our broadcast a little bit on a 580 scale instead. So as long as we're bringing video, and hope we can just keep it on the whole game. So today's broadcast features the Hudson Raiders and the Muskego Warriors. Muskego, I believe Hudson is the home team. Obviously this is an event, so it's not at either one of the team stadiums. But given that Burlington was in the right field dugout the first game and Hudson's there and Burlington was a home team last game, I'm assuming that's what they're doing today. Well, we can only assume. So now we're going to bring up Wisconsin Power 25 for Prep Baseball Wisconsin, who is running this event today. And we have rankings for them. Crazy as this sounds, both teams here, Muskego technically number 1 and Hudson number 2 to start the year. So it'll be interesting to see how this one ends up. I saw some MLB scouts down below, or I should quote-unquote guys with paper. So I'm starting to think that there's somebody here watching this game. But Muskego's coached by Jacob Page. Last year was a WIAA State 1 championship for Muskego. They were a little bit further down in the standings than they wanted to be, but they ended up at the end of the year with a lot of high expectations. A lot of people thought they were going to roll through everybody last year and just win the state championship. But a lot of teams gave them a test. People were concerned during the season, but after all, they ended up winning the big gold ball, so it didn't end up mattering. I believe it was a 4th or 5th place finish in the Classic 8 last year. When you look at Prep Baseball Wisconsin, just tons of players on the players to watch. Muskego averages a 95.6 exit velocity. That's number 2 in the state, behind who else? The Hudson Raiders. Let me get Hudson's information up here while we're at it. Bear with us here just a moment. We get set to begin here. Muskego will be starting today on defense. Starting on the mound for Muskego today is number 22, Tyson Grokowski, who's notably, I think, their ace. Because TMJ4 did a story the other day on Muskego, and they talked about him as their ace. So one of the guys to watch for Muskego, Tyson Grokowski. As we look at his stats, he's committed to University of South Florida, one of those 6 Division I committed kids on this Muskego squad. What makes them special this year? His fastball max is 94 miles per hour. His velo range is 91 to 93. He's got a changeup 85 to 86, curveball 77 to 78, and then slider is about 81, 82. So that's Tyson Grokowski from Muskego. He's on the mound this afternoon. Jacob Page throwing one of his aces out there. Meanwhile, we look at the Hudson Raiders. Number 2 ranked in the state by Prep Baseball Wisconsin. Meanwhile, actually, should mention that too. All the velocity stuff we're getting is all from Prep Baseball Wisconsin. Visit their website. Hudson coached by Brent Blagan. Last year, 22-7 finish, co-conference champions. They were sectional champions as well, made a state appearance last year. Notable players on the team: Sam Abramson, Bergen Un, Tyler Spencer Bullis, so some of the notable players. Looking at the average velocity, 95.7 for Hudson. That's number 1 in the state out of 102. Max exit velocity, same, number 1 out of 102. They average 103 on that. And bat speed, 73, number 9. So a lot of things to note there. And Hudson, to start off this game, is sending up number 5. Let's get the roster up here. With all the stuff going on, we don't have time to get started lineups. So Sam Abramson will lead off for Hudson. So we'll go by our game changer. But it's been an eventful day already. Right, Elijah? Elijah joins us in. Elijah, what are you looking forward to today?
Just looking to have a lot of fun today, that's all.
Look at that pitch. Just misses outside, ball 1, and we're underway here.
By the way, Hudson fans, we got another game for you guys tonight.
Oh, yeah.
As well.
Elijah's on the call for that one.
Matt Peck unable due to a personal matter tonight.
Nice catch out there in right field as that one's hit off the bat. Sorry, our right field camera is going to be a little bit blocked because this is where we had to set up with all the scouts that are here today. So nice catch out there as let's see if Game Changer got loaded up here.
And we were almost contemplating not even having this for a second.
Yeah, because it
just
wasn't
the absolute last minute.
All right, here we go. So the right fielder out there, once we get this all loaded up, was Callan Tomczyk. And the first pitch misses inside ball one, so now it'll be Hagman at the pit. Logan Hagman up to bat. One down here in the top of the first.
Wonder which MLB teams are here today. A lot of talent on both sides.
Here's the pitch. High and away, ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. Hagman steps in. Been a couple-year varsity start already for this Hudson squad. Seen him for a little bit. Here's a pitch. Misses again. 3 balls, no strikes. Muskego's defense, Shaw, Perlberg, and Nakata in the infield. And then pitching is Grokowski. Lassard behind home plate, one of those other D1 kids to watch behind the plate. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. So 3 balls, 1 strike now.
I think this is the potential state championship preview right here.
Yeah. And whoever broadcast that state championship say the other game barely made it happen, but we did. Here's the pitch. That one's swing and a miss, strike 2. I mean, I look at these pitch and I say, there's no way I could even end up in that box. Probably the fastest pitcher we've probably seen yet. Or up there, I should say. It's definitely up there.
Who's this on the mound today?
It's Grokowski.
Grokowski.
Here's a pitch, and ball 4. Takes just inside, and Hagman's on base.
Come on, Jace.
So now it'll be Matyshinsky, Jace Matyshinsky at the plate. If I'm saying these names wrong too, Hudson fans, if you guys are in the comments, let me know. Obviously, we had a lot going on, so I couldn't get pronunciations and lineups for the game. So if I'm saying anything wrong, just let us know.
I got to get these Hudson pronunciations down before 5 p.m. before I call and produce that game.
And that one's in there for a strike.
We're outside right now, but power access won't be an issue when we're in the press box at the Franklin Field at 5 p.m.
This is a sellout here this afternoon. Everybody knew how big of a game this was. Here's a pitch, high and away, ball 1.
It's probably gonna be one of our highest viewed baseball games of the year too. We're already over 100 people live watching us.
Possibly ever. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Matyshinsky. Hagman takes his lead over there at first. Grokowski sets and delivers. Here's the pitch. That one's popped up in the air. That's going to go out of play, foul to the other field where Hartford and Whitnall are playing right now. Like Elijah mentioned earlier, Hartford versus Hudson will be made up at 5 o'clock today, and it will air on Zaleski Sports. Elijah will be there solo-handed. We'll have a better quality for that game, better Wi-Fi, because we're inside a minor league stadium. Here we're kind of a little bit further away from the router than we were the other day when we did a game. That's why we're sitting here on a lower quality.
Just hope they don't lock me out of the press box. That would be something.
Now here's the pitch. Low and away, ball 2. I got to give that umpire credit, because say you get hit by that ball. Oh, that would hurt. That's what I'm saying.
Too.
I used to be an umpire. I don't think I could get back there.
What was Grokowski's max velo on this?
95.
Man.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Hagman takes his lead over there at first. Matyshinsky sets, he calls time.
He throws faster than some of the Brewers players.
Yeah. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Matyshinsky steps back in here now. Grokowski sets. 2-2, here's a pitch. And blown away, ball 3. Hudson early on being patient at the plate. They're not going after Grokowski's quote-unquote, you should call it junk pitches. That's what I call them, like in the dirt. They're not chasing early on. Matyshinsky steps back in. Grokowski's going to set another 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Get Hudson put 2 guys on here early on. Grokowski's pitch, and now it's popped up foul to the other field. Hudson's been here the last 3 or 4 years, because last 2 years, no, we didn't have them on last year, did we? No, we didn't.
Were they here last year, though?
I think they might have been here last year. We just didn't have the game on, but 2 years ago we had them on twice against Germantown, I believe Franklin. So
They went 1-1 in that.
yeah, they've got a game right after this. They got to go over across the property to the Milkman Stadium. Like I mentioned, Elijah will be there. We added that game. Here's a pitch. That one's on the ground. Foul to the third base side. Keep battling up there, Grokowski, up to 15 pitches here in the first inning. So now it'll be 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Grokowski looks at first. Hagman takes his lead. Here's the pitch. That one's on the ground to the second base side. Base hit to right field. And runners will move up 90 feet. Hagman moves to second. Matashinsky on with a single. So Hudson threatening with 2 runners on here early on, 1 out in this first inning. And coming up next will be Manchester. With 1 down here. So 1 hit and a walk for Hudson early on. Hudson coming in, what, about 4 hours?
Yeah,
4.5?
Almost 5.
Yeah.
Not too. I don't even think they're half an hour out from Minneapolis.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they're here a long ways. They're here every year. So they know there's good talent here, and they always tend to come here. Muskego has been challenged, though, this year. That's for sure already. Challenged by Kettle Moraine the other night. That one's in there for a strike. Kettle Moraine, we weren't sure. We put it as a tie, but Kettle Moraine was winning in the 7th inning the other night when the game was called 5-3.
I think they ended up calling the Kakana versus Muskego game a tie as well.
Yeah, so 2-2. That game ended in a tie last night as the game was called at the end of the first inning due to severe weather approaching the area. So first pitch was in there for a strike, and it's Sam Manchester at the plate. Grokowski looks back at second. Here's the pitch. Low and away, ball 1. Yeah, Hudson, like I mentioned during the last batter, pretty patient at the plate early on. So it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the pitch. And misses outside.
Yeah,
2 balls, 1 strike.
This pitch count's going to become an issue at some point for Grokowski if they just keep battling here. But you got to give credit where it's due for the Raiders so far, staying true to their approach, taking pitches when they need to, and following it back. We've seen a lot of those so far.
And that one's outside, strike 2. When Hudson fans roar behind us, it might have been a little high, they think. Outside corner, it touched. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Will Grokowski get it done this time? 1 down for the Muskego defense early on here. Manchester at the plate. Late Hagman at second. Matashinsky at first. Here's the pitch. And now swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 down here in the first inning.
Got him with the fastball right there.
Yeah, Grokowski goes fastball. There's a bunch of radars here. We even got a full-on camera behind home plate. Do you see that? So, interesting. We don't have the radar near us how fast that pitch was. I wish we were sitting near somebody who had this radar gun. We could see how fast that last pitch was. But 2 down here. It'll be Spencer Bullis at the plate here with runners on first and second. Grokowski sets. Looks back at second. And now delivers. First pitch. Hits the outside corner. Strike 1. Hagman at second. Matashinsky at first. Rogaszewski playing the base a little bit. Now goes back to his position. It'll be 0-1, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That one's just missed. Ball. So it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in this first inning. Scoreboard not operational today in the outfield, so people really want to know the score. They're either checking Game Changer or probably coming on this live stream, even if they're here. So it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike. Grokowski at 23 pitches. Looks back at second and now delivers. Here's a pitch that was popped foul over to the Green Monster field. Where, once again, I mentioned Whitnall and Hertford are playing.
Actually, so Hartford's playing 2 games today, too.
Yeah.
Then.
Hartford, that's their regular scheduled game today against Whitnall at 12 o'clock. But then your game at 5 o'clock is obviously the one from last night that
I think those two teams wanted to play that game still, so the
Yeah.
athletic directors didn't have to put an extra game on their schedule and
Which
try to
is
find
smart.
an opponent.
Yeah, 'cause especially for Hudson, having come all this way.
They won't be getting back till late tonight.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and that one's fouled again to the back screen.
Unless,
Staying alive.
Unless for some reason they're staying at the hotel again tonight.
Going three.
Got to give credit though. They definitely probably are the farthest traveled team to get here, right?
Yeah.
Isn't there a team that plays? Germantown played a team out of state today, right?
Michigan team.
Michigan
Kingsford, but I think they're only 2 hours from here. They're like right over the north.
2 hours. Oh wow.
They're only right over the, what do you call it? The northern peninsula?
It's an hour and a half. They get to Chicago, so
Yeah, that's, or maybe it's 2.5 or 3, but it's. I think it's still closer than Hudson by mileage. So 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and outside misses. So it'll be 2 balls, 2 strikes. This Hudson team, you talk about, they don't schedule cupcakes. I was looking at their schedule. They got to go to Kimberly in a couple weeks. So they're driving all over the state. They might as well make the tour across the Midwest. The Happy Boy tour around the Midwest at this point. So that was a changeup. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 runners on. Grokowski sets. Here's the pitch. And just missed. 3 balls, 2 strikes outside corner. Just a little bit off the plate. Grokowski approaching 30 pitches. And it was last pitch was a slider. Missed outside. So approaching a full count here. 3-2, 2 outs. Runners will be in motion. Potentially. Yes, they go. And that one's ripped to shortstop. Rogaszewski on to first in time. So 2 runners stranded for the Raiders. We head to the bottom of the first. No score here from the Rock Sports Complex.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
All right, back here on Zaleski Sports from the Rock Sports Complex. No score here early on in the first inning. Matt Peck, Elijah Vincelata, Muskego coming to bat here for the first time today. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this game, number 1 against number 2. You know, the rankings haven't been updated yet since the preseason, as PBR waits 2 to 3 weeks, and I haven't seen any coaches poll rankings as well. So we're just going to go by those rankings now. But we're going to sit in this 580 broadcast format, like I mentioned, if you're just joining us, because the Wi-Fi router is
I
low.
think we might even be on 480 right now.
Oh, 480. That's what I meant. I don't think there is a 580.
Yeah.
So 480 broadcast, just got to get the visual of the field at least. So the game later will probably be back in a normal output settings, as we'll be right inside a Wi-Fi router room. So
before the inning starts, I just gotta say, man, the last couple of days in our area have been hectic,
Yeah.
hectic to say the least, especially in the city, Franklin, Wisconsin. A funnel cloud passed by my house in Franklin last night.
Well, I was reading actually. Right when we sat down here, after we fixed all the problems, that there was a tornado that officially touched down in Franklin last night, south of this area.
Where did they specifically say?
County Line Road, out that way.
I was gonna say, like, it didn't look like it was on the ground. I know, like, I wasn't really listening to the meteorologist. I wanted to see the funnel cloud, but after it, I went inside.
Yeah, so Rogaszewski will lead us
Stayed away.
off. The bottom of the first. Pitches just missed, ball 1.
Wow, getting close to 200 people watching this game live. So feel free to share this game
Here's
around the
pitch.
state.
Ball low, so
This is technically the top 2 teams going at it in the state right now. So
sorry, I'm going to butcher this name. It's Bergen Un on the mound for Hudson. Strikes.
Probably.
Please tell me in the comments if I said that wrong.
I probably won't. He probably won't be playing next game unless he's in the field.
87-mile-per-hour fastball max for him. That one's inside, ball 4. And Muskego works a leadoff walk. And then Un, 77 to 79 changeup, 67 to 70 curveball, 74 exact slider. So you got 4 different pitches.
How's his name spelled?
A-U-N-E. So
we could ask the fans behind us.
that's a good idea. And here's the pitch as the leadoff runner gets on base via walk. Throws back to first.
Yeah, I'm expecting an auto take coming right here from the Muskego batter. 4 pitches in that first at bat, 4 balls. I'm expecting an auto take as none of those pitches were even close to start.
Yeah. Here's the pitch, and that one's in the air. And everybody's calling heads up, but not near us.
I guess not, right? Maybe Jacob Page told him, you know what, if you get a really good pitch, take a hack at it.
So Callan Tomczyk, the batter now for Muskego, with a runner on. Muskego 6 D1 commits. So that's why you see the scouts here, too. That's insane. 6 D1 kids on a team. Man.
I'm
That's
sure
incredible.
Hudson probably has a few, too.
Yeah. That one's popped up in the air. Second baseman, Abramson. We'll make the catch right around the second base.
I believe it's pronounced Abrahamson.
Okay.
From what I remember.
Abrahamson, then.
We've done this team a few times already.
Yeah.
Ourselves.
The cool part about this event is it's the only high school event that sells beer.
They had a couple Miller Lights.
Yeah, a couple beer pitchers came behind us. That one's popped up. Left field side. Will that stay in play or will it blow foul? Going to the line. And we'll go foul. Reger chased it down but went foul. So outfield is Reger, Manchester, and Bali, and Swanson, Madashinsky, Abrahamson, Sousa in the infield, and Un. If I said that wrong, let me know. Hagman on the mound. Just let us know if we're saying any names wrong. We'll change it. Just give us the pronunciation. As like I mentioned, we had a lot of problems before the game and didn't have time to get lineups or anything. That one gets by the catcher. And Rogaszewski will move up to second. Muskego fans as well. If we're saying any names wrong, let us know. It's been a while. Wait, believe it or not, we didn't do Muskego last year or New Berlin Eisenhower, and they both win state championships. And the year before that, we did them many times.
We didn't do Muskego last year?
No, we didn't.
Are you serious?
How?
Yeah,
yeah, I know. I'm just shocked by that still too. That one's in the air. And he's gonna have to retreat back. He's gonna have to touch 2. A chance to get a double play here, and no. Abrahamson went to fly out, but then Rogaszewski realized at last minute he had to retreat back and had to slide back into second base.
I was watching that last game when one of the teams was at bat in that Burlington St. Joe's game. That their ball was in the air. The wind was like just pushing it down, and it was dying fast.
So now it'll be Ben Kuglich at the plate. Lassard was the one that popped out. The catcher. Looks back at second base now. Un looking towards second base. Now here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. You got any comments on anybody say anything about pronunciations?
No.
Okay. I'm just checking.
Yeah, we had a couple of comments about if the game's being played.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, the game's gonna be played. We
gotta
had
figure
a
our
miracle.
stuff.
We had a miracle
Yeah.
last minute here. That's safe to say that. The PBR staff working with us as well.
Yeah, I had to run the court across the complex, so I hope nobody trips out there. The court's pretty noticeable. So
Gonna have to work with the PBR staff to get me an escort to the press box as well next game.
yeah, 1 ball, 1 strike now as Kugler swings and misses.
Hey, now we go dark, Bergie. We go dark right now.
Grokowski's pitch count worked up to almost 30 in the first inning. Currently, Un sitting at 11.
I think that's the thing that was so amazing about this Muskego team.
Looks back at second as Rogaszewski takes his lead. That one's in there for a strike.
We mentioned how they won state last year, but like most of their players weren't even seniors last year. So this is a team that has like the plus favorites to, if you're going the betting odds to win the state or minus.
My correction, that was a ball. I thought I heard strike. That one's ripped
It's gonna get down
to left
Oh,
field,
maybe
and
not.
it's gonna be caught on the line drive by Reger out there. That was hit hard and able to come down with it. Looked like it was going to fall from our angle. Well, Muskego strands one. We head to the second inning. Still no runs here between Hudson and Muskego.
At Ridgestop Exteriors, we're more than your average home improvement company. We're your neighbors, and for over 20 years, we've been trusted and proudly serving right here in your community. Customer service is our #1 goal. Call now for your free estimate.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Coaches teach your kids to dream. Coaches teach your kids to overcome. Coaches teach your kids good sportsmanship. Coaches teach your kids proper technique. But who teaches your coaches?
He can call. Back here on Zaleski Sports, second inning here between Hudson and Muskego. No runs. Hudson had 2 runners on top of the first. Muskego had 1, both stranded. So we head to the top of the second inning. So, as we mentioned, big game here today. A lot of prospects on hand, a lot of cameras. 2 guys actually standing below the bleachers where I was crawling around to plug the outlet in. The outlet directly.
You got some little kids down there too, but
the outlet directly below us where we were going to set up did not work. It was not functional at all today. Usually, that's the one we used a couple years ago. I'm just thinking that these storms that we've gotten the last couple of days probably waterlogged these outlets around here. And the other one, the one in this dugout didn't work. In Hudson's dugout, the one in Muskego's dugout was taken, so we had to resort to the U13 field to plug in.
Man, I kind of wish they played this game at the Milkman Stadium.
Oh, I know. That's what I was thinking.
Turnout probably would have been even crazier.
Yeah, at the minor league stadium, but
you got people watching this game off to the side too. Not even like the bleachers here are pretty much sold out.
Here's a pitch low and away, ball 1. The batter now is, once we get up for sure, is Swanson. So Brady Swanson at the plate now for Hudson. Rokowski started us off with a ball. Here's the pitch. That one's on the ground to the pitcher. He'll take it to first base, and in time. So Grokowski took it himself to Nicolato, so 1 down here.
I think Grokowski needs a shutdown inning here, like a quicker inning, right? What,
Yeah.
30 pitches, close to 30 pitches that first inning. He's kind of settled in. I think he's used that big high heat fastball at the right times to strike out a couple batters, but now he's starting to really dial it in.
So now 1 down here in the top of the second inning. Here's a pitch from Grokowski, swinging a miss, strike 1.
There it is again, right? That fastball.
That's going to be the
Just way
pitcher,
past.
Bergen Un. Ayun Un. One of the 2. That one's popped foul right to us, right to the camera. But luckily, there's a thing called a net baseball.
If there wasn't a net there, that would have knocked somebody out of the crowd.
It would have knocked us out.
Yeah.
I think there would be legal issues at baseball complexes if they didn't have a net. Personally.
Oh, especially in the MLB. Holy.
Yeah, for sure.
You got guys that get throw close to 105 like the Miz.
Here's a pitch. That one's high. Ball 1.
Like, if you think about it, a 105 screamer is like pretty much faster than you getting hit by a paintball.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Grokowski and called strike 3. Looked like some kind of curveball. I'm going to get the official pitch reading on it before I say what it was. Game Changer tracks it. I believe it was a curveball. So 2 down for the Muskego defense as that sends up Sousa. It's Mark Sousa at the plate. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, and Grokowski seems like he's starting to dial in a little bit better now.
We got a pronunciation on the pitcher.
Yep.
It's Ani.
Ani?
Ani.
Okay, hey, thank you for whoever did that for us. Ani?
Teddy Anderson.
Okay. Here's the pitch. Low in the dirt. Ball 1.
Or like AW, like think of it like AW Awani.
Yeah. Ani. Okay. Thank you for that.
Are you saying it at first? Like own?
Oh, yeah, something like that. So 2 down, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's a pitch in there for a strike.
Yeah, you would have had that. You would have had that if we didn't have the technical difficulties.
Yeah.
With,
well, I would definitely would have talked to both coaches for the game, but
scrambling.
We got set about probably 10 minutes in time, but
luckily this is a sport where you don't warm up for 15 minutes.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Grokowski gets 2 strikeouts in that inning. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Still no runs between both teams. Muskego coming to bat.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic Point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, bottom of the second inning between Hudson and Muskego. So it's Ani, the pitcher. Thank you for that pronunciation.
And we got some short sleeves going on here for the batter.
You give him credit. It's the coldest day in probably 7 days in this area.
We had a good stretch of warm weather here in the Milwaukee metro area. I will say, bringing up that tornado warning last night here in Franklin, I don't think we've had like a funnel cloud like close to us in a while. The one that we had Tuesday night, I don't think it was bad. So
yeah. Here's the pitch. That one's ripped to right field. Base hit.
First pitch attack right there.
That hit was by Nicolato. So now coming up is Wendt. Yeah, you're right. Attacking right away on the first pitch. Ani looks over at first base. Remember, he's a lefty, so he's got that good pickoff move that he can go to first base with. That one's in there for a strike. Then the batter will be Cooper Wendt. Muskego, tough conference. You got Arrowhead, that's always a good team over there. Kettle Moraine, who's looking good early on. Oak Creek, just down a little bit early as Nicolato takes over to second base. A lot of good teams always in the Classic 8. Oconomowoc, always a tough team over there. You always got to come play every day in the Classic 8, and that's pretty much the same with any baseball game. Because baseball's a sport where if you don't play well on a certain day, anybody can beat anybody. So it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike on Wendt. Nicolato moves up to second on the pass ball. Pitches outside, taking strike 2.
I think 1 ball, 2 strikes. Remember our last game, Wisconsin Lutheran versus Pewaukee?
Yeah.
If you like the hitting, you wanted to watch that game. If you like pitching, you got to watch this.
Yes. The contact with the Cole there onto the bat. Ooh. That one's in the air, popped up. Shortstop, Mashinsky calls for it. He'll make the catch. 1 down here in this second inning.
I wonder if you think much of fatigue will probably be an issue for Hartford and Hudson heading into the next game too.
Yeah.
Maybe for more for like the pitchers though, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like in baseball it's not as bad though with fatigue.
So now we bring up Joey Shaw, the quarterback for the Muskego football team.
Brother of what's his name?
Liam Shaw.
Shaw.
There you go. Joey Shaw's been in the house before during the football season.
Liam Shaw has too. for football.
Muskego doesn't pass the ball a lot, but yeah, he had a perfect passer rating in the game against Brookfield East we did for football. So he takes strike one, called strike one.
That was the one game that Warrior Vision helped us out too.
Yeah, we had 10 cameras that game.
Yeah.
Nicolato, the runner on second base.
Made it feel like we had a game of the week going.
Yeah. Pitch is in there, strike two. So Shaw taking 2 strikes now. So Ani fired them both in there.
Now I think he has to kind of take the approach now and try to go hack in here.
No balls, 2 strikes on Shaw. Shaw lifts it down the left field line, foul. The wind kind of pushed that one, otherwise that might have hugged the line and stayed in and scored Nicolato.
I think Joey Shaw was a lefty thrower too, right, for football?
Yeah.
Lefty batter.
I remember the fake punt against Brookfield
yeah,
East.
That was sick.
Muskego was struggling a little bit that game, and Ken Krause needed something to go, so he called a fake punt, and he threw a touchdown pass, which Muskego doesn't throw a lot of touchdown passes, but he threw 2 or 3 of them that game. Here's the pitch, 2 strikes, and it just foul. Got a tip of that one. Into the Muskego dugout.
Is he senior this year?
I actually think he's only a junior.
Junior, oh,
I
wow.
thought I looked it up.
So he'll be playing next fall under newly appointed head coach, former defensive coordinator Ryan Lucchesi.
Yeah, so crazy year for football changes for head coaches around here.
Franklin Sabres coached by Drew Ambrose now.
That was high, ball 2.
Safe to say, I mean, fall you're going to see a lot of new faces if we interview coaches now.
Yeah. Just say ball 1. Another pitcher of beer coming up here. Not to us. That one's on the ground to short.
Oh,
nice play over there at short. Recovers, throws the first, not in time. Maszynski with the dive, just couldn't get up fast enough, and it's going to be an infield hit.
Jay saved a run right there.
Yes, he did.
If that gets through the hand out in here, this is going to be the biggest at-bat of the game so far because Hudson could get an inning any double play right here, or Muskego could get some runs going here with runners on the corners.
Here's the pitch. That one's pop foul to the screen. The batter now is Ty Glish. Runners will be on first and third for Muskego. Nicolato on third. Shaw at first. Ani sets. Looks back at first. Here's the pitch. That one's popped up in the air. Will reach over the net. Foul. So there'll be no balls, 2 strikes. Like I mentioned early on, Muskego has been battled early on. Kettle Moraine earlier in the week. Burlington battled them as well last week. 3-2 win for Muskego. Here's the pitch from Ani. That one's pop foul again, and Glish continues to stay alive.
Kind of returning the favor right now, just
now it's
working the counts.
Yeah, now it seems like this is the inning where Ani's going to get his count worked. Last inning it was Grokowski.
What's he up to with his
25. Ani sets, no balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And ball 1 just missed. You hear the roars behind us. It was close.
That was a really good pitch. He had a couple balls to use. I think it just missed.
Yeah, he
makes me wonder what an ABS challenge would have seen right there.
Yeah. And that one's blocked, and here comes the first run of the game potentially as Nicolato scores on a pass ball. And that will move Shaw up to second base as well.
Also, technically, Muskego's the home team, huh?
Yeah.
I have it lopsided right now, so not that matters yet. The neutral event.
No. That one's on the ground, foul.
So when I scored the run, it accidentally scored 1 for Hudson.
Yeah. Yep. So everybody that's watching the screen, Muskego is the home team, which they're on the left. We just had that planned that way. The last game, the home team was in the
It's harder to get that going with the neutral site games.
Yeah. Last game, the home team was on the first base side. Here's the pitch that was on the ground to first. Sousa will take it to the bag. try to get the camera over there as best as we can. I know that the pole is going to be in the way. So we kind of got a blind spot to right field. Right center looks okay, and left, the rest of the field's fine. But Sousa makes the play over there. Shaw moves up to third as well. So with 2 down. That one gets away. Shaw thought about coming home. So now the batter will be Aiden Perlberg. Here's the pitch. That one's popped up in the air. First base side. We'll try to turn the camera. It's going to be Sousa trying to make the play by the dugout. He does. Not sure if you could see it, but Muskego scores a run via pass ball. We head to the 3rd inning, 1-0 Muskego.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline Motor Oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 180,000 participants here in Wisconsin who take part in high school sports.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, 3rd inning coming up here between Hudson and Muskego. Cold one here. We got 47 degrees. The feels like temperature is 32. All right. Today's game is sponsored by PTA. At Prospect Training Academy, we train to develop and create leaders on and off the field. We teach our players to be prepared, tough, and accountable. We also focus on the importance of academics and character. We play for the name on the front and the teammates around us. Sign up today at PTABaseball.com. Speaking of PTA, they are playing behind us, and we're at their home facility, the Rock Sports Complex. So, a lot of Prospect Training Academy affiliations.
Got a lot of good words to say about their program, too.
A lot of these players, like from these local teams, come from that program, too.
They're playing like travel ball right now, like probably for the younger guys though, right?
Yes.
They just don't start the real thing for the high schoolers till June, right?
Yes, it's usually like the week before the state tournament. So if you make the state tournament, you have to miss travel ball for a week.
Like you said though, they'll have no problem missing that.
Absolutely.
For an absolute.
Here's the pitch from Grokowski in there for a strike at the knees.
Once again, folks, we got the scoreboards on the other side, so technically Hudson's the away team.
Yes. Neutral site, you just never know. In their first strike as well.
I guess for a sport like baseball, it kind of does matter at the same time, but we're not planning on changing anything.
Yeah, so Grokowski up 0-2 here. Here's a pitch. Just missed outside, ball 1.
Man, what I'll do before the next game is I won't put the scoreboard up until I know.
Yeah.
Like right before the game.
Or else you just got to ask the coach. I think they'll know. So it'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Bailu. I said that. I mispronunciated. Let me know. That was on the ground. Foul right to the fence below. So it'll remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. Grokowski, most of his pitches over 90 miles per hour on the fastball side of things. So they're coming. It's almost like you're going against Freddie Peralta. Here's the pitch and called strike 3.
Freddie Peralta's pitching 90 miles south today too.
Oh yeah, that's right. He is. He's pitching against the Cubs with the Mets today. Streak right now, it's horrible for them.
I think the Brewers feel like I kind of overreacted on that losing streak a little bit because I feel like they're starting to get back on that right track. With
No, season's over. Season's over.
We went from 8-2 to 8-8. Now we won 3 in a row. We're back to 11-8 now, so that's a good sign. I did the monthly subscription for Brewers TV, so.
And that one's in there for a strike. It's going to be Sam Abrahamson, 0 for 1 today. Hudson finds himself at the beginning of their order with one down here in the top of the third. Here's the pitch, ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the delivery from Grokowski in there for a strike. So once again with 2 strikes, Abrahamson will step in. Bases are clear, 1 down here in this 3rd inning. Muskego chose a great day to throw their ace on the mound. Here's a pitch, low and outside, ball 2. One hit for Hudson early on, 2 for Muskego. Here's a pitch from Grokowski, and that one's ripped to third base and dropped by Wendt. And that's going to go, he's going to end up at second base most likely here. Throwing to second is not in time. That was hit right to Wendt, but just went right off the glove.
You think the wind had a factor on that one?
Might have, or else he just didn't see it. Kind of just popped out of his glove. Hudson's game changer scored a double. I don't know about that, as it hit his glove. I mean, it was a rocket shot, don't get me wrong. On a line drive.
A little bit more.
Here's a pitch, and that one hits the catcher in the mask. And Abrahamson will move up to third. And he's going to call time. That looked like that hurt. That hit Lassard like right in the face. Mask. Even though it's a helmet. It's coming 90-plus miles per hour at your face.
Might have knocked the wind out of him there.
Yeah. So Abrahamson will move to third on the pass ball. And that was ruled a fastball as well. So most likely it was 90-plus.
Right to the dome.
Yeah. So Logan Hagman, the batter now, in their first strike. So no balls, 2 strikes on Hagman. Warriors looking to keep Abrahamson stranded at third. Hudson looking to plate him home via maybe sac fly.
Is that last pitch
a strike? So here's a pitch from Grokowski on 2 strikes. That was ripped in the air left field. That's going to get down to the wall. Abrahamson comes home to score. Second with a double. Logan Hagman double, RBI double. They're starting. Okay. So Hagman gets a double there. Now Jace Mashinsky will hit. Hagman takes his lead over there at second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Off-speed pitch that time. Hudson timed up Grokowski the last couple batters. Early on it was a walk and a hit that got him on base, but now a double all the way to the wall. And that ball flew. That one just misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Hagman takes his lead at second. Here's the pitch. Low in the dirt, outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Mashinsky steps back, and he's 1 for 1 today, keep in mind, too. He had Hudson's first hit of the day. by the umpire. So Grokowski re-engages with the mound here. It'll be 2 balls, 1 strike after the timeout. Hagman takes his lead over there at second. Perlberg decided to cover, but not. So strike 2 now, swinging. Grokowski, 55 pitches here in this 3rd inning. So Hudson racking up his pitch count. He can go till 100, keep in mind. So still 45 more to go, but keep in mind, 55 in the 3rd. 1 down, 2. Here's the pitch. Outside. Ball 3, so it'll be a full count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes.
See, the runner goes from second here. Only 1 out still, but never know.
See if we see a steal coming here. Never know. Mashinsky steps back in here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. Grokowski's pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him off speed on that pitch. And Mashinsky down swinging.
Say Jacob Page is going to take a mound visit here now.
Let's see if taking him out or are they just conferring with him? I think he's just making sure he's okay, I think. So 2 down here in this 3rd inning. Hudson's tied the game up via an RBI double from Hagman. So now it'll be Sam Manchester at the plate. 2 down here in the top of the 3rd. Hagman takes his lead over there at second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Hey, Breeze, you good? That's fine, Sam.
I mean, I can always zoom out the camera so you can see the pitcher too. Okay. That was in there for a strike. How's that look? How's that look? Okay. So no balls, 2 strikes down in Manchester. Here's the pitch. And that was on the ground. 2-base hit. Hudson's going to take the lead. Hit and run. Works out perfectly. Manchester puts it right through where Went would have been standing, but he had to cover 3rd base to cover the steal. What a hit and run play by head coach Blagan. Gets the hit and run on 2 strikes, and it works right where the defender would have been. And they're going to pull because you can't talk to him twice an inning, so Grokowski's going to get pulled here.
Interesting choice.
So let's see who they put in, Muskego. Looks like they are going to resort to once he turns his number 5. He's coming to the dugout, so. Cruz Ramirez will pitch for Muskego. Coming for relief.
I think Grokowski's going to move to the field now, too.
There's a chance, yeah, I would say so.
I didn't see him come off the mound or go to the dugout, so.
So Cruz Ramirez, the pitcher. So Tyson Grokowski's day will be done at 2 2/3, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 runs given up, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts.
I got a young home plate umpire today, seems like.
Yeah.
It was good to see younger officials in the sport.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to need him someday. Couple scores in the area. Whitnall leading Hartford right on the other field, 4-1. McWanago leading, that's not here, it's at Union Grove. McWanago, should say it's at Kenosha Indian Trail, sorry. McWanago leading Union Grove 6-2. Is that all we got so far? Yes. So Cruz Ramirez into pitch now. He's set up here. They'll bring up Spencer Bolus with a runner on first. Here's the pitch. Runner will steal, and the first pitch thrown on to second base. Not in time. So Manchester steals second base, and the first pitch was a ball, by the way, as well. So another runner in scoring position for Hudson. Looking for a 3 spot here in this third inning. 2 already. Here's a pitch in their first strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ramirez sets. Manchester takes his lead. And that one hits him. So hit by pitch. Spencer Bolus will reach. Right in the shin guard. Doesn't feel good on a cold day, probably.
Not at all. It's like even when you swing the bat on a cold day, it doesn't feel great.
So Manchester and Bolus on base, 2 down here. It'll be Brady Swanson now for Hudson. Takes outside, ball 1. Ramirez looks. Sets, looks at second base. Perlberg comes in, now goes back to his position. That one's in there for a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's been a long top frame of the third so far.
Didn't think we were going to see a long top frame of the third. The way everything was moving, I thought we were going to move fast, but Hudson timed up Grokowski and forced Jacob Page to switch pitchers. Outside, ball 2. So it'll be 2 balls, 1 strike. 6 pitches in for Ramirez. Is he allowed a hit by pitch to the first batter? Hudson threatening as he steps off. Matt Ozinski, okay. Thank you for that. Here's the pitch. That one's on the ground to short. Rogoszewski will throw on to first in time. Hudson, though, 2 runs in this inning. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Hudson leads 2-1.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
My grandparents worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. At no point did I feel like I wasn't being handled by professionals. They were literally taking it on a surgical level, it seemed. Like they were very, very thorough on every step. I feel like Infinity treated my family with the same respect they would have treated their own. I feel like my house is brand new again.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, 2-1 lead for the number 2 ranked Hudson Raiders over the number 1 ranked Muskego Warriors. Not very often you can get a number 2 versus number 1 matchup in baseball, especially when they're 5 hours apart, but we managed.
I'm putting my money on this being the state championship game in June.
Well, that would not be a bad guess, in my opinion.
No, you got 8 teams at state, but the odds are very high that both these teams make it to that state tournament.
Muskego in a fairly favorable section. They got a Franklin team, a Oak Creek team in there. Greendale, you roll down the list, and then you got Hudson with our Western teams, our Zaleski sports coverage teams like Eau Claire out that way. So Hudson sectional probably most, if they obviously it's too early in the season to say, but obviously if they get to sectionals, don't want to jinx anybody. I would say their sectional game would probably end up on the network, considering they're probably in there with some of our northern area teams. And Ani's first pitch misses outside, ball 1. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 2. Rogoszewski, the batter. Here's the pitch. That one's ripped. Through for a base hit to right field.
Definitely wouldn't be surprising to me if Muskego is able to level this game up like a flash.
Oh, for sure.
I'm still surprised yesterday they actually started that game against Kakana. That storm was rolling in here fast.
Yeah, it was. So Callan Tomczyk now the batter as Rogoszewski takes his lead over there first. Here's the pitch. Tomczyk takes strike one. Yeah, you're right. You know, they only got through an inning, but they had to call it.
Yeah, there was lightning around 5 p.m. starting around here. So.
And number 18, Kakana, was giving Muskego a struggle early on. 2-2 was technically your final score in that game.
Kakana, not a bad team though.
Yeah, we're going to see them on later in the year against Franklin in this area. And Kakana's, I think most of their home games are on Zaleski Sports this year, so you'll see them a lot on this network.
You'll see a neutral game or away game for them.
Yeah, in I think May 18th.
It's right in our backyard, so.
Yeah, we'll be there. Throws back to first. Pickoffs will be hard to catch on the cameras. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch to Tomczyk. Outside, ball 2. Here's the pitch that was ripped in the air, left field, deep, and gone! Callan Tomczyk, a 2-run homer.
That ball was absolutely demolished.
There, look at that celebration. That ball was hit. More so on a line drive, too, when it got out of here.
I think the wind might have carried that one out, too.
Elijah run a home run streak. 3 straight games to start the year with a home run.
I think that means I'm going to get one at the Franklin Field tonight now.
Hey, we've gotten one there before we've done a game, so it's not possible. Here's the pitch. That one's on the ground. Slow roller, and it'll go foul. So Muskego finds himself back in the lead, 3-2.
Just like that.
But Hudson
got some runs going. In this game.
They got 4 more innings to get that 1 run back. That one's in the air, popped up, right side, and will go out of play. So Maddox Lassard, one of those other players that MLB scouts have been watching. That's a potential draft prospect.
Reclassed, right?
Yeah. In there for ball 1.
Senior this year now?
Yep. So 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Started his high school career as of the class of 2027, though. So you know you're good.
Yes. Ball's outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hey, if you got a chance to go to any college possible, or possibly the MLB, I would totally reclass too.
I think
make that money.
I think there's a chance he could get drafted right out of high school.
Yeah, he might be the next Gavin Lux. So Muskego might have a couple players like that. So ball 3 in the dirt, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
I saw a couple of those like a year or 2 ago. Remember Wisconsin Lutheran's Eddie Reinders?
Yes.
I think Waterford had a guy too, right?
Yes, that one's in the air. On the ground to short. Nice play over there on to first in time on the bobble. Still gets to play. That time it was... Matt Ozinski that time at short. Makes the play, so 1 down here in the 3rd inning. So first pitch is a ball 1 to Ben Kuglich. Ball's outside, 2-0 now. Here's the pitch. That one's popped up in the air. We'll go out of play. I lost sight of it in the sky. You talk about what? Oh, he threw it
Threw it away.
Oh. You talk about mixture of beverages here today. I've seen hot chocolate, coffee, and beer.
I think for me, I'll lay off of both, and I'll take the hot chocolate on a day
There
like
you
this.
go. Yeah, so that's what I would do too.
I've contemplated it, but we are figuring out the power issue, which is obviously the first priority.
Yeah. That one's popped up in the air, right field. We'll go out of play.
Oh, maybe if they're serving some at if somehow the concessions are open at the Franklin Field, I'll get one.
Yeah, I don't know if they will be there, but they obviously are here because people aren't going to Point after to get the beer. They're getting it here.
Maybe I'll go right after this game. And
here's the pitch outside. 3
get
balls,
a
2
hot chocolate.
strikes.
Today's a great day for that.
Oh, for sure.
I'll be in a warm press box though next game. Yeah, we weren't originally thinking about doing that game at first after it rescheduled. Well, we were last night, obviously, if it would have happened, but
yeah,
I figured since I got nothing else going on tonight.
And that one's inside, ball 4. So Kuglich walks. Happy hour can wait. Ball's low in the dirt, 1-0.
You know, I could have asked our good friend Joey Endress, who is a part of our second crew, but I believe you talked with him earlier this week. Said wasn't available this week. All good though.
That one's ripped
Ooh,
foul,
heads up.
almost to the parking lot.
Got fans watching over by that umbrella bar, peeking over here.
So strike.
Also got some teams watching from the grass too on the hill. It's beautiful on that ski hill up top.
Yes.
Remember going up top there, you could see a lot of things from the top of that hill.
That one's low in the dirt, and Kuglich will steal second. You know, I thought about doing one of these days, doing a broadcast from up there.
From the umbrella bar?
Yes, because you just zoom in. You got an outfield view, obviously, but there's Wi-Fi up there and power. Hey.
Yeah, we're gonna probably have to zoom in all the way though.
Still would work.
Yeah. Now, if you're producing, it's not bad. Not gonna say it influence anyone to do that though.
We're all jokes. Ball's outside. So it'll be 3 balls, 1 strike. On he sets. Looks back a second. Here's the pitch. Missed outside, ball 4. So Nicolato walks. That's 2 straight walks for this Warriors offense.
We're going on almost a half an hour for the 3rd inning so far here.
Yeah, we got a long one. Know what that means. Crazy day.
I gotta get you back fast before the next game.
Oh no, well, if I'm late, I'm late. That's how it works.
And then I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna get back, get you back, and then I'll come straight back here. Get us started for Hudson versus Hartford. 5 p.m. first pitch. Hudson fans, you consider your lucky day.
Yeah.
You get two games on the network.
Yeah, Hudson, you get another game after this, like Elijah just said. So it's 5 o'clock.
I love calling baseball games though too. It's the most chill sport out of all of them.
Well, just wait till it gets warmer. We're gonna enjoy it even more. Ball's low in the dirt.
So we don't have to see coats. Hopefully sometime next week we don't see any of those snowflakes falling down.
No, I don't think we're past that, personally.
I heard rumors about it from the news that we might get that sometime next week.
Ball's outside, 2 balls, no strikes. The news also said they were going to be exploding trees when it was -50, and it didn't happen. So So 2 balls, no strikes. On he sets. 2 runners on for Muskego. Pitches inside, 3-0. And Ani's in trouble, walking 3 straight batters and loading the bases. From a Muskego team that already took the lead this inning. The batter, Cooper, went. Up 3-0. I would expect to probably see a mound visit from head coach Brent Blagan if he walks him. Yep, ball 4. So Ani has loaded the bases.
Only one out, too, right?
And one out, and then Hudson's bullpen has somebody warming up. I can see from here. It looks like it. Yep. So their bullpen is active. So Joey Shaw will come up 1 for 1 today. Infield hit earlier with bases loaded. Shaw takes strike 1. And Ani gets a much needed strike there. Here's the pitch. In their first strike. So Ani has found it now. No balls, 2 strikes.
I try to give him something to chase right here.
And if you're Hudson, you want to keep the game right where you're at, 3-2.
Got to be careful if you go low here, though, and try to get a chase.
Yes.
Make sure there's no wild pitch.
Make sure your catcher's ready back there. Here's the pitch. And that one's popped up foul.
Hey, we're going dark right now, Bergie. We're going dark, baby.
Is this Shaw at the plate?
Yes. So bases are loaded. No balls, 2 strikes on Shaw.
This kid's an incredible athlete for sure.
Here's the pitch. Shaw rips that one foul to the left side.
Oh!
Goes out of play by around a lot of people over there. Hope people pay attention.
That wind slices it so fast, too.
I know.
It's like you start to like panic a little bit over there, hoping everyone's all right.
So remain 0-2 on Shaw. Ani's pitch. And ball 1.
Wow. Hey, you're good, 9. Hey, hometown. Let's go.
I think he kind of might have sold that one off just a little bit, moving, kind of like flinching his way out.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Shaw. That one's ripped to right. Down base hit. 2 runners will score for Muskego. No, 1. One's held. Take that back. So 1 run. RBI single for Joey Shaw. Kuglich will come home and score. It'll still remain bases loaded.
That thing died fast.
Yeah, so 90 feet each runner moves up.
Looked like that outfield was playing deep, though.
Page was originally going to send Nicolato, but held him at the last moment as the throw came in pretty fast. So Shaw 2 for 2 now. This time with an RBI single. Here's a pitch. High. That will send up Ty Glish now for 1 today. 4-2 Muskego lead here in the 3rd. Here's the pitch, and that one's ripped up the middle. Base hit! 2 runs will score. And moving from 1st to 3rd is Shaw. Went Nicolato score. And Muskego has broken it up to 6-2 now. As Ty Glish delivers with a base hit. So Muskego is starting to... Muskego's starting to make Hudson pay a little bit for that bases loaded right there. Like I said, the best opportunity was to keep it at 2. And only 1 out still. Runners on 1st and 3rd now. Glish and Wendt.
You got to figure this
Shaw
is one of the last batters possibly for the pitcher, Ani.
Yes. So Shaw on 3rd, Glish on 1st. 1 down. Perlberg the batter now. Perlberg lines 1 to short, back to 1st. Not in time. Matazinski caught it on the line drive, but couldn't get it back to Sousa in time, so it's a big out for them. 2 outs now.
4-run deficit, but with the top 2 teams in the state for Hudson, I mean, this is nothing probably for them. They still got 4 more innings to try to chip away if they could get out of this.
So now the back top of the order is back up for Muskego. Rogashinsky. Six to 2 lead for the Warriors now as well. 2 runners on, 1st and 3rd. That was in their first strike, so no balls, 2 strikes. So 0-2 now. Here's a pitcher, Monty. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We head to the 4th, but Muskego plates 5 in the bottom of the 3rd. 7 runs total in this inning. We head to the 4th on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. This is on big name Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Participate.
Back here on Zaleski Sports here, top of the 4th inning between Muskego and Hudson. Muskego 6-2 lead now. Muskego entered the bottom frame last inning down 2-1.
I think that was like a 45-minute inning, possibly.
Yeah.
Hudson was threatening early on.
So we begin. The top of the 4th is ball 1 taken.
Same pitcher still?
Same pitcher from Muskego. Here's the pitch, in there for a strike. It's Ramirez. Bergen Ani, the pitcher for, I should say the batter now for Hudson, even though he's the pitcher as well. Low in the dirt, ball 2. Ramirez up to 10 pitches. Came in relief last inning to relieve Grolkowski. That one's on the ground to first base. Nice play over there by Nicolata. He'll take it to the base. 1 down.
Man, it's just been our luck this year so far with long games, huh? Not saying it's bad. Not saying it's a bad thing.
No, I know.
I think it brings more entertainment to the games. Might have changed my mind a little bit. I said early on in that, second inning, if you like a pitcher's duel, that you came to the right place here tonight, but a couple big runs given up. That one's going out of play.
Well, here's what I was told happened. Coach Page and Coach Blagan called each other and said, let's prove Elijah wrong. We're going to make this a hitter's fest.
I'm sure that's going to be the same with him and Steve Oleshko with Hartford next game, too.
That one's on the ground to second. Perlberg on the first in time. 2 up, 2 down for Muskego's defense.
I believe that's Hartford's coach's name, right? Steve Oleshko.
And Hartford, last I checked, was trailing Whitnall in the other field.
Oh, wow.
So it was a 5-2 game earlier, but I haven't checked in probably about half hour or so.
They got going early, though, right?
Yeah, they were on time. It's a 7-5 game, or 5-1 game from the scoreboard here in the 7th.
So we might have a game at Franklin Field that both teams lost their first game at this event, looking to win their first and last.
This reminds me of you know what this reminds me of? But with more than one game at a time? Wisconsin basketball yearbook shootout, but in baseball style.
Oh yeah, this is.
But the difference is that only has one game going on at a time. This one has technically 3 or 4. There was 3 earlier. That was in their first strike,
Good
so
point.
2
Good
balls,
point,
1
too.
strike.
You get teams from all around the whole state here. I think they mainly try to get the big talent, though, right?
Yeah.
The big player talent, if you will.
Here's the pitch. That one's on the ground to short. Rogaszewski makes the play on to first, and safe. They're going to say he got pulled off the base. And here comes Muskego's assistant coach. Sorry if you couldn't quite see it. We got that pillar in the way. He's going to ask for an appeal. I couldn't quite tell.
Let's get a angle of the
umpires
up in here.
Right now, the ruling is he was safe at first base.
What do you think? Is it going to stand?
I think it's going to stand personally. You very rarely see it
Safe,
overturned.
Yep. So the call stands.
After review, call the field stands. You just heard on the speaker.
I'm telling you, bro. I think in 10 years or 10 to 15 years, we're going to get ABS in high school.
You know what I found out online?
Huh.
So that the NFHS implemented a rule about ABS.
Yeah.
If you tap your helmet once, as you get a warning for the whole
Oh,
team.
you told me this
Yeah.
before too. Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So if you tap your helmet twice, you get ejected from the game in high school because it's kind of a disrespectful gesture towards umpires. And they said high school, they said has had some teams in other states troubling doing that. To just tap their helmet as a joke, but it could get you kicked out of a game. Throw back to first, not in time.
Hey, you see me watching Brewers games now as a fan. If I see a pitch miss, I tap my head too. Be like, you got to challenge that.
Yeah, I do that too because I say, if I'm watching my dad, I'll say, hey, they should challenge that right there. That was on the corner. So, like, Hudson fans probably see the same thing when they watch either the Brewers or Twins games. Swinging a miss, strike two. So no balls, 2 strikes now on Abrahamson. Bulai, the runner at first. What's up?
Score update from Hartford Whitnell. Hartford down 5-3, but they had the bases loaded in the bottom of the 7th.
Runner goes, steal the second, not time. Sar's throw, a little bit low. And we got something we want brewing on the other field. Whitnell and Hartford.
I believe
Hartford bases loaded, no outs.
I think that's
trailing 2.
Yeah, that's Hartford batting, I think.
Yeah, Hartford trailing by 2, bases loaded.
No outs too.
Bottom of 7th inning, so we'll probably be able to hear a walk-off if it happens from here. And that one's in the air to center field. Kuglich will run towards it, makes the catch. And Hudson strands 1 runner on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning, still 6-2 lead for Muskego.
We're back with Better Halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, bottom of the 4th inning here. New pitcher for Hudson. We'll get the name on it. Once he enters, or I should just look at his number. So number 14 in the game for Hudson. It's going to be Amory Thanos.
Thanos?
Yep.
Is it actually?
It's spelt the same way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he's probably a big fan of Thanos.
Got his Infinity Gauntlet out.
Yes. So we're through 3.5, so we're officially halfway through the game. Let's call it halftime.
We're back in the end game again.
Yes. Got to give him credit. Another field. Hartford might have just won.
Let's find out. Let's see.
So Callan Tomczyk leads us off in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1 for 2 today.
They win heading into tonight's game.
Wow.
How about that, Peck?
Hartford comes back and gets the win on the other field.
How about this? They were down.
They were down?
They were down 5-1 coming into the 7th, and they scored 5 runs to walk it off. That'll be a story to tell next game.
Yeah. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and hits the bat twice.
What's the count at here?
1 ball, 2 strikes on Tomczyk. He hit it twice. That should count as a double hit. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's a pitch from Thanos. And outside miss. Now it'll be 2 balls, 2 strikes.
If it hits you, though, or like if you hit it off of yourself, that's automatic, though, right?
Yeah.
We saw that a lot in that game on Tuesday.
Yeah. I think even if it hits your bat twice and still goes fair, I think it's a foul ball. Don't see that happen very often. Here's a pitch. Tomczyk in the air, center field. Manchester makes the catch, 1 down. Yeah, otherwise known as what one of the fans just said, can of corn.
Maddox Lassard coming back up now.
So Lassard up at the plate now. Take strike one.
They look into the future, like schedule-wise. For sure, we're gonna get Muskego on against Franklin, right?
I think it was Arrowhead,
Arrowhead?
for sure. Franklin Muskego, I think, conflicts with that Arrowhead Slinger game we were gonna do.
Oh yeah.
The makeup, so.
Because that's non-con for both.
Here's a pitch high and away, 2 balls, 1 strike.
I think there's a chance the Franklin Sabres can outright sweep the conference in the Southeast this year.
I mean, unless you get a screw-up
Trail
game.
and Trump are the only teams I think that it can challenge them there.
Here's the pitch. That one's ripped foul to Hartford's field where a walk-off just happened. So maybe you should yell 4. That's a golf course.
I got to work on my golf game before the summer.
4!
That Oakwood golf course got hit with that tornado last night in Franklin, though.
I saw that. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Lassard. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Thanos gets him swinging.
Picked up the time stone right there.
And Thanos seemed pumped up about that strikeout. I love his energy out there. He for being quite a cold day, he's got a lot of energy out there.
Got to get it going, man.
So 2 down now for Ben Kuglich. Takes outside ball 1.
Maybe a 1-2-3 inning is what they need right here. Remember that game, Pewaukee versus Wisconsin Lutheran, where each team couldn't get a scoreless inning?
Yes. Pitch is high, 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs here. Pitch high again from Thanos, 3-0.
Hey, now we climb it, baby. Here we go.
Here's the pitch high, ball 4. 4 straight pitches. A walk to Kuglich. So now Carter Nicolato will come up. You have Kuglich on first. Here's a pitch outside, ball 1.
It's 5 straight balls now.
Here we go, hey. Hey, T.
So 1 ball, no strike. Here's the pitch. That one's ripped to left center gap. And that will be get past the left fielder, Rager. Kuglich around third, and he will stay at third. And it's going to be no ground rule double. But Kuglich shouldn't be able to score because he was on first.
Wait,
did that go out? Wait, that went under the fence. It didn't go over the wall. They treated it like it was a home run. I was like, wait a minute, that did not go over the wall. I was confused. Back. So it'll be second and third now, 2 outs. I'm like, that was not no home run. I think the ball went under the fence, so it'd be a ground rule double. That's why.
Well, they put their hands up, though, right?
Yeah, they did. So now it'll be Cooper Wendt at the plate. In their first strike. So Thanos waiting his sign. He sets up 0-1. Hudson needs to keep Muskego 6-2 in my opinion. That one's ripped to third. Nice play. No, gets through the glove though. Kuglich comes home. Nicolato will score. Now it's 8-2 Warriors. I thought Husky would have a play on that. He stopped it, but it just got a little bit right through his glove. So now an 8-2 lead for the Warriors.
Oh, you're at that time now too. If Muskego somehow gets to 12 here, right?
I think it's next inning, yeah.
And they get out of that next inning, it's over, right?
Yeah. Oh, that one's ripped in the air, center field. That will hang up there for Manchester. He goes back right in front of the wall, makes the catch. Muskego plates 2 more runs home. We head to the 5th inning, 8-2 lead for the Warriors.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eclair.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
At Ridgestop Exteriors, we're more than your average home improvement company. We're your neighbors, and for over 20 years, we've been trusted and proudly serving right here in your community. Customer service is our #1 goal. Call now for your free estimate.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, top of the 5th inning here from the Rock Sports Complex. Matt Peck, Elijah Vinksalata here. Muskego 8-2 lead. It's quite a lead for 1 versus 2, but Hudson, I wouldn't rule him out yet. That's for sure.
Shows that this team is really good indeed.
To get some runs back. And we've seen how they can hit the baseball earlier, so. They got to one of the better pitchers in the state earlier. So we begin top of the 5th, low for ball 1. Here's a pitch in there for a strike. Batter is Logan Hagman now. Ramirez still the pitcher for Muskego. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Low in the dirt, 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball's low, 3-1. Hudson looking for some base runners here, whether it's via walk or via base hit. Here's the pitch in there for a strike. So it'll be full count coming up here. Next pitch from Ramirez. He pitches fast as well. Pitches up in the air. Ball's popped foul. Yeah, Ramirez is like he's like preparing for the pitch clock already. He's ready and set right away. So here on full count, 3-2. That one's popped up in the air. Third baseman, he can't see it, I don't think. Where's the ball? Went out of play. He's looking up in the air.
Put his hands up like, where is it?
For his sake, I'm sure he's glad it went out of play because he had no clue where that baseball even was.
That ball went sky high though.
Yeah. Went was looking for it, and I thought maybe it was going to left field, the shock, because he was running over towards the line. I think he had a beat on it, but it went out of play. So remaining 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ramirez delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and tags him out to secure the out. And 1 down for the Warriors defense here in the top of the 5th.
That was off for a sec.
What was?
Yeah.
Oh, really? So 3 balls, no strikes. Pitch is call time.
Come on, Sammy. Put that workout in, baby. You got to push up in. Let's go, baby. Bulk up season.
I think we're going to be running well behind schedule at this event. Not your game later, but 2:30 p.m. is the next game here.
Oh yeah, we'll be starting in time for my next game.
Yeah, that's for sure.
No games before it, so
unless UWM decides to play 15 innings today,
that would be something. And I'll for sure be able to get in that press box.
So 3-0 now, 1 out. Pitch is high and away, ball 4. So Ramirez walks the batter after giving up a double. So now the batter will be Spencer Bullis. 0 for 1 today. Here's the pitch. Outside, strike 1.
That's weird. But it comes up on here.
That's really weird. Okay. So 8-2 lead for the Warriors. Here's the pitch in their first strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. So 1-2 now from Ramirez. Bullis at the plate, stands in. That one's up in the air, foul behind the screen. So it remains 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Spencer Bullis. 1 down as well for the Muskego defense. That one's ripped up the middle, base hit. Metazinski will come home and score, cut off. And a base hit from Bullis makes it 8-3. As Manchester moves up to second. And here comes head coach Jacob Page.
Sard's going to take a chat on the mound now.
So an 8-3 game now. Eight to 3, 1 down. 2 runners on for Hudson. That one's ripped to second base, through base hit. Right past Perlberg. Manchester will come home and score. And it's 8-4. Hudson chipping back in this one. As Brady Swanson comes up with his first hit of the day after an 0 for 2 start.
Here we go.
Hudson's, I told you.
Just what we anticipated.
Yeah.
A long run lead for a type of team like Hudson, that's nothing.
So now it would be Bergen Ani at the plate. Bullis and Swanson take their leads on base. That one's popped up foul. No net. That was a little lower. Probably would have caught it. Maybe. Probably would have purposely dropped it.
Possibly.
So, 2 runners on, 1 out. Here's the pitch from Ramirez. Strike 2 off speed. Muskego probably wants, if you're Muskego, you want to limit him to 4 because get these 2 runners home, it's an 8-6 game, and you're in a 2-run game. And you say Ani gets a hold of one or one of the next batters, it could be an 8-7 game. That one's ripped. Foul.
There you go, come on.
So still remains no balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That one's on the ground, foul to the right side. Ani continues to stay alive out there, that's for sure. Here's the pitch, and outside, lays off, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still only one out in this inning. Hudson has scored 2 so far. Low in the dirt again. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Muskego's got somebody warming up in their bullpen now. 15.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, foul the way to the back screen.
It's just probably what they want right here, just to keep battling the bat at bat.
So Ani staying alive. He's 0 for 2 today, but he could use a big hit right here and cut it to 3 potentially if he gets it to the outfield, depending on where he hits it. Here's the pitch. That one's on the ground to short. Rogaszewski has only 1 play to first in time. Umpire freezes on that call for a minute. But he also, it's kind of similar to a bunt, moves both runners up. So Boas and Swanson move up 90 feet. So it'll be Mark Sousa at the plate now. So now it'll be Mark Sousa for 2 today. Takes strike 1. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. So Ramirez looking to get out of this inning. Here only allowing 2. Danger of another hit, gives up another hit. It could be a 2-run game. Ramirez delivers, and that one's foul to the screen. We talked about it. Hudson was not going to go away. They haven't. High and outside, ball 1. Good eye that time from Sousa.
Yeah, that next game's not even going to come close to starting on time. It's already almost time, right?
Yeah,
2:30.
2:30 was the start time for the next game. Ramirez sets, here's the pitch, and swing and a miss, strike 3. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Hudson gets 2 back, leaves 2 stranded. Muskego coming to bat in the bottom of the 5th, up 8-4.
Coaches teach your kids to dream. Coaches teach your kids to overcome. Coaches teach your kids good sportsmanship. Coaches teach your kids proper technique. But who teaches your coaches?
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline Motor Oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Back here on Zaleski Sports to begin the bottom of the 5th inning between Muskego and Hudson. Muskego an 8-4 lead.
Who plays on this field next?
I think I gotta say Wisconsin Lutheran because I've seen them around this field a lot. Or else I saw Marquette down there, I think, too.
Both teams?
Yeah. I don't think they play each other though here. I think Wisconsin Lutheran plays Reedsburg, I know, at some point today. So Thanos' first pitch was a ball. Here's a pitch low in the dirt again, 2-0. Ty Glish, the batter for Muskego. Here's the pitch, low in the dirt, 3-0. And ball's taken, ball 4, so Glish works leadoff walk with 4 straight balls. So Aiden Perlberg now will be the batter from Muskego with Glish on first. Here's the pitch. Taken low, ball 1, just below the knees. Here's the pitch in there for a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike. So Thanos sets now. Here's the pitch. That one's popped up in the air. Shortstop Matt Ozinski makes the catch. 1 down. So now Kyle Rogaszewski will bat with 1 down. Glish on first. Here's the pitch, and it hits him right in the leg. So he'll take first base.
So we're getting a pinch runner here at second for the pitcher.
Yes. I just wonder why they waited till now. They probably maybe forgot. Maybe sometimes it's hard to remember that kind of stuff, especially when you're in a.
Or is this the catcher?
So now Tomczyk will come up, 1 for 3 today. He has 2 RBIs. I believe he's the one that hit the home run earlier. Yes, he is the one. Ball's low in the dirt, ball 1. Thanos sets here. Down 1-0. Here's the pitch, low in the dirt, 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes. Low in the dirt, 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes coming up here on Tomczyk. Here's the pitch. Taking ball 4. So now Muskego will have him loaded again.
Could possibly do some big damage here. I think Muskego's going to have a new pitcher next inning too. Looks like they're really cranking it up in that bullpen. 15. You find that in Game Changer or no?
Yeah. Maddox Lassard. Now the batter 0 for 3 today.
Still who they want up at the plate though.
100%. Pitch is high and away, ball 1.
Right now, Thanos has just got to find that strike zone right now. If he walks in here, though, technically the winning run comes to the plate, right?
Yeah. That was on the ground at third. He'll come home. Grewing on to first. In time! Double play! Hagman goes to Sousa to complete the double play. Yep, double play. Everybody's standing around for a minute, so yep. We move to the 6th. What a nice double play from Hudson to make it keep it 8-4. We'll be back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, your top of the 6th inning. Hudson trails by 4 coming to bat here. 2 opportunities left for them. They made up 2 runs last inning. As we enter the 6th. Muskego had bases loaded, but Hudson turned a double play. 3rd to home to 1st. To avoid more damage. New pitcher for the Warriors. It's going to be number 15. For some reason I can't find a 15 on their roster.
It's interesting.
According to Hudson's game changer, it's Buchan. We'll see if it is, though. So now the batter will be Tyler Belu for Hudson to begin this top of the 6th.
Let's go, Tyler. And then the next
Pitch is in there for a strike. Belu 0 for 2 today. Pitch is in there again for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes.
I think that was a...
Oh, yeah. So no balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And ball 1.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was close to where the last 2 were.
We're a little low.
Yeah. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Here's a pitch. That one's ripped to short. Rogoshenski on to first. Long throw. And gets by the first baseman, Nicolato. Couldn't feel it on the bounce quite. It would have been close even if he did. So Belu reaches. Hudson put together a couple of decent hits last inning. Looking to do the same this inning. It's going to be officially ruled an error. Here's the pitch, swinging a miss, strike 1 on the curve. A little off-speed pitch there. So now the pitcher will be Sam Abrahamson. The batter, sorry. Goes back to first. Let's see if Muskego updated who their pitcher was. It's Hunter Buchan. There we go. Here's the pitch, low and outside, ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Hudson Hartford coming up next on the network. Elijah Vanxalata will be at the Milkman Stadium at 5 o'clock for that one. Ball's outside, 2 balls, 1 strike.
That's only 2.5 hours till we get started there.
Yeah.
Till I get started, I should say. You got somewhere to be, that's all good.
Here's the pitch. And it gets by the catcher, Lassard. And while throwing a second, they might get him. They almost had him. It's like he late steal there, but Bailu gets into second. Two balls, one strike. Sorry, 3 balls, 1 strike. Ball's low, ball 4.
Remember Logan Hagman, was that a year or 2 ago? He hit a homer
Yeah.
at the Milkman Stadium. So, now would be a big time. Cut the lead to 1 here.
So now Logan Hagman, the batter.
Mound visit with Lassard and the pitcher. You still don't got a name on the pitcher?
That's Hunter Buchanan.
Buchanan.
So Logan Hagman, the hitter. 2 runners on, no outs. Buchanan's pitch. Hagman takes strike 1. Here's a pitch, a little off speed, strike 2. Looking. So no balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Here's the pitch, and that one's grounded foul to the screen. So still remain 0-2. Bailu and Abrahamson, the runners. Hagman looking for a hit to possibly bring one of them home. Hagman takes outside, ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, high, ball 2. Almost hit him in the helmet. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Time is called by the home plate umpire. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Buchanan's pitch, pop foul. Quite nice swing on that one. So remain 2 balls, 2 strikes. Buchanan sets. Runners take their leads. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Hagman goes down swinging.
Huge strikeout from Muskego.
So that'll be Jace Matazinski. That one's on the ground, foul to the screen. So no balls, 1 strike. So 0-1. Buchanan looks at second. Delivers. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Popped in the air. And it'll go out of play. So there'll be no balls, 2 strikes coming up on Matazinski. Buchan sets and delivers. That one's grounded foul to the left side. Remains 0-2 on the hitter. Both runners take their leads. Here's the pitch. That one's ripped in the air, left center field. It's deep and gone! A 3-run shot for Jace Matazinski. And Hudson has brought it within 1 run. Oh, they're going to claim he didn't step on home. Oh, Jacob Page is going to have him throw home just to be safe. Timeout. Jacob Page is calling time. Oh, here we go.
What did he tell?
He's saying that he might not have touched home plate when he came around.
I thought I just heard Jacob Page say, you got to pay attention.
Yeah. Or if he didn't hit first base, let's see. Umpires will confer on the first base line. I guess you're not going to be able to see him talk from here, but we'll try to. I know the pole's going to be in the way. Safe. So they're going to say he did not.
This is unbelievable, Peck.
Yeah.
Over the fence. Let's go. Call out here. Give us a break. Here we go, Ted. Let's go.
So 8-7 game.
These Hudson Raiders got no give up on them here. Won't give up without a fight, I guess you could say.
So 1 down. It'll be Sam Manchester at the plate. That one's up in the air, foul.
Here we go, baby. Keep us rolling here, Ken.
Bases are cleared now, 1 down. But Hudson within 1 now. What a comeback this has been. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That one's ripped up the middle. Base hit. It might plug the gap. Kuglich cuts it off, and Sam Manchester now with a single. Things have become really interesting.
The go-ahead run comes to the plate now. Man,
I'm surprised we haven't seen a pitching change yet.
maybe they got inspired by Hartford's comeback, huh? The five-run rally.
And so now Spencer Bullis takes inside ball 1. Due to another game after this one, just remind everyone we'll do a quick recap post-game show, but we can't do an interview because we have another game right on this field. And the bleachers are very full of people where we couldn't fit anybody else up here. So that one's in there for a strike. Throw on a second is not in time. So Hudson, 180 feet away from tying this game.
Get that ducky in here, 1-3. Get that ducky in, 1-3. Let's go, Spence.
And they're going to, I thought maybe they were going to intentionally walk him because he was, I think 2 balls, 1 strike. So now Manchester on second after the stolen base. Here's the pitch. That one's in the air, popped up to the other field.
I love it, Spence. Hey, see it in, baby.
This is why this game's a state preview right here.
Yeah. A nice thing to see is these two teams meet when it's at least 40 degrees warmer then, maybe 30 to 40 degrees warmer then.
3-2?
It's going to be 2-2.
2-2?
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out on Bullis. Manchester takes his lead over there at second. Base hit here, could tie this one. Just off the end of the bat, foul. Hudson, 4.5 5-hour drive has not disappointed so far.
Muskego only 10 to 15 minutes.
Yep, so quite a difference. But Hudson trailing 8-2 at one point. Now has made it 8-7. Here's the pitch, swinging to miss, strike three, thrown on the third, gets in the outfield. Here we go. Manchester will score. We are tied. Lassard's throw got away from Wentz, which brought Manchester home. Wow, so Hudson has tied it.
That is unbelievable, Peck.
They have made it come all the way back. From
This
8 to 2.
Hudson team won't give up without a fight, and they're right in it now.
And swing and a miss. So now the batter is Cam Grewing. Bases are clear now. That one's in the air. Right field, tracking back is Tomczyk, and he makes the catch in right field. We head to the bottom of the sixth, but Hudson plates forward to the plate and ties this game. We'll be back with Muskego's at-bat after this on Zaleski Sports.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 180,000 participants here in Wisconsin who take part in high school sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
So one of the extension cords back here on Zaleski Sports. Hudson has come back from 8 to 2. What a comeback it's been. It's 8 to 8 now. It's been, let's do the scoring. It's been 2 runs in the 5th, 4 runs in the 6th. It's 8 to 8, and they have all the momentum on their side. Muskego comes to bat here.
This game far from over.
This is what you get with a 1 versus 2 matchup in the state. Hudson, most likely, if they can come back and win this, take the lead and win, they most likely will probably be the #1 team in the state to come whenever the next rankings come out. Probably from both the Coaches Association and Prep Baseball Wisconsin. But Ben Kuglich will be the batter now, 0 for 1 today. Jace Matazinski is the pitcher now for Hudson. Got some good speed, I can tell already. Low in the dirt, ball 1. Sorry, 2 balls, no strikes.
Come on, man.
In there for a strike. Now that's a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Messing up my counts right there for a second.
Yeah. Pitch is high and away, 3-1.
Come on, Jace.
That one's on the ground of the pitcher. Mazinski, he'll take it to first in time.
There you go, Jace. Come on. There's one, boys.
So 1 down as Kuglich grounds out to the pitcher. So now they'll send up Carter Nicolato. Here's the pitch, swinging a miss, strike 1. misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Time is called as Nicolato steps out of the box.
Come on, Jace.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Foul back to the screen. So we're made 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Man, I might have to get one of those hot chocolates, man. And I might have to use it just to put in my hands.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and called strike 3. Nicolato goes down looking, and 2 down now here in the bottom of the 6th. So now the batter will be Cooper Wendt, 1 for 2 today with 2 down. First pitch is ball 1. Misses. Here's the pitch. Oh, and it hits him right in the back. Just below the neck. Oh, that has to sting today. Oh, man. So Wendt is hit by a pitch.
One of the coaches said they ain't gonna leave a mark on you, Coop.
Matazinski going brave today. He's got the short sleeves on. So that'll bring up Joey Shaw. 2 for 3. Umpire calls time to make sure that Wendt is okay. He's stretching out a little bit down the line.
Yeah, that'll leave a bruise for the next week.
Come on, Jace.
Here's the pitch. Missed ball 1. Shaw takes outside. 2-0 now. So 2 balls, no strikes. First, Shaw takes strike 1. So it'll be 2 balls, 1 strike. Missed outside. 3-1 now. So 3-1, 2 outs. Here's the pitch, in there for a strike.
Here we go. Full count back.
So now it'll be 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Runner's going no matter what here.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Matazinski goes 17 pitches. We head to the 7th inning. We're all at 8-8. We'll see what the 7th inning brings you after this.
My grandparents worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. At no point did I feel like I wasn't being handled by professionals. They were literally taking it on a surgical level, it seemed. Like they were very, very thorough on every step. I feel like Infinity treated my family with the same respect they would have treated their own. I feel like my house is brand new again.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, top of the 7th inning between Hudson and Muskego, number 1 versus number 2 in the state of Wisconsin. Per the Prep Baseball Wisconsin rankings. And top of the 7th, Hudson trail 8-2 at one point, now has knotted up 8-8. Nothing better than a number 1 versus 2 game.
So one of the comments said, must be chilly out there with the frosty emoji.
That's our very own Joe Anderson.
That's me. That's me with my feet right now.
Zaleski Sports' own Joe Anderson tuning in from
Zaleski Sports, covering a lot of Loyals games up there.
Yeah, a lot of those schools up in that northern part of the state. We're the only, other crews, let's call them on sabbatical.
Hope all of our the rest of our crew up north in that Stevens Point, Marshfield area. Hopefully everyone's good up there. After I heard they had some tornado warnings up there too in Marshfield yesterday, Wausau area.
Yes, they did.
It's kind of crazy that we even got a tornado almost touched down by my house last night. So everything's all good at home though. Now all of a sudden our weather's winter again.
Yes.
Here we go. Should be an interesting inning for sure.
So here's the pitch. Just missed low, ball 1.
Hudson's got a game to play in just about 2 hours from now too.
So Ani at the plate now for Hudson to lead off this inning. Ani takes strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Muskego, the designated home team. So I know our scoreboard's a little flip-flop, but that's who the home team is. Pitch is in the air, foul to the right side. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Ani. Here's the pitch, and just missed. Ball 2. Muskego's dugout was jumping over there. They thought that they had strike 3.
I'll say it was close.
Yeah, it was. It was close. Here's the pitch, and ball 3.
I think that was close again.
That was pretty close.
They got
just missed.
Pitches. This is a big pitch right now, though.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes now. Here's the pitch, and ball 4.
One of the assistant coaches on Jacob Page's staff is trying to get an argument right here.
Yeah, he was barking at the umpire during that at bat.
He's kind of saying, like, come on.
He's asking the umpire if it was outside. And the umpire telling him, yes, it was. Mark Sousa now the batter now. Ani reaches on a walk. Leadoff man on via walk. Here's the pitch, shows bunt. And Muskego's going to be ready for that one now.
That one spiked the ground, though.
Yeah, but it's smart because you think about it. You get the runner in scoring position, all you need is a base hit. Now 1 run could be
This is some type of Brewer situation right here, right? Where you would bunt it right here, try to get a guy in scoring position.
Hudson Raiders must be watching Brewers baseball. Showing bunt, here he goes. And to the back screen. So it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike. He'll get another opportunity.
Probably do it one more time, right?
Yeah, and then
see.
I mean, you gotta have a lot of courage to bunt on 2 strikes. I've seen it happen before, but you've got to know for sure that you're gonna hit the ball. That's why
the runner on first is ready too.
Yeah, so 1 ball, 1 strike. Sousa, will he show bunt again? No, he'll swing away this time. That was in the air to center field, but right underneath is Kuglich. He didn't even have to move.
That sounded loud for a second.
Yeah, that was loud at first.
It sounded good.
A loud out, that's what you call it.
That's why I heard me go, oh. Man, how about that, though? This game has lived up to the state championship hype
Yes,
so far.
it has. Tyler Bulu at the plate. Sorry. Can I get, if anybody's watched, can I get a pronunciation on that one? That's the one that's the one I've struggled with all game. Thank you for the other two so far. That one's in there for a strike.
Hey, you're good. You're good for.
Hey, we're close to almost 200 people live here. Share this game with any of the Muskego Hudson fans or even just baseball fans in general.
Here's the pitch. Outside, ball two, sorry. So 2-0. Sorry, I'm used to the scoreboard working out there. It's not on today. 2-0.
2-0.
Yep. Last pitch was a curveball to Shooty, the pitcher for Muskego. If I said that right. T. Shooty?
I think that might be the kicker.
Yeah. That one's popped a foul just over our bleachers and over there. So 2 balls. My count says 1 ball, 2 strikes. Apparently. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Muskego looking for a huge out here. Hudson looking to threaten even more. Here's the pitch. Low in the dirt. 2-2 now.
No, I think is that ball 3?
Some of you must be behind. I don't know if Game Changer is, or I haven't heard the umpire say in a while. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That one's in the air. Left feet. No, it's going to stay in the infield. That's carrying. The shortstop, Rogaszewski, comes up with it. 2 down. So now Sam Abrahamson will come up.
Yeah.
2 outs. Ani at first. So, correction pronunciation, it was Bo Leo on the last batter. Just in case we get the extras and I see him in the field or he comes up again, we'll have it now. Ball's high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Wind's starting to pick up now. See, if it wasn't windy here today, it would be perfect.
Oh, I know.
Kind of perfect right now.
So 1 ball, 1 strike. In their first strike on the off speed. Here's the pitch. Throw on the second. Nobody is there, but it was cut off. Now Abrahamson can get a base hit. Hudson can go in the lead. So it's a huge stolen base hit. Here's the pitch. In the air, pop foul. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That one's in the air, popped up, staying alive still.
Let's go, Five.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ani on second base takes his lead. Abrahamson at the plate, 1 for 3 today. Low in the dirt, ball 3.
If you're the runner at second, do you just hold it still here?
Personally, hit and run again?
Hit and run?
Yeah, never know. I mean, that worked last time.
Get a hit and run here, you take the lead most likely.
Yeah, and if you hit it to third again, that's where the hit and run occurred earlier. So 3 balls, 2 strikes now. 2 outs on Abrahamson.
See if head coach puts him in motion.
He should be in motion here with 2 outs and full count. He will be in motion. And ball 4. Abrahamson walks. That pitch just a little bit outside.
Another fairly close pitch.
Muskego thought they had it. I looked at him there. So Logan Hagman at the plate now, 1 for 3. Time is called. So 2 runners on, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. So Logan Hagman, the hitter, 1 for 3 today. Only at second, Abrahamson at first. Hagman rips that one foul up in the air. So no balls, 2 strikes. So no balls, 2 strikes now on Hagman. For a game that was supposed to start at 12 o'clock, we're sitting here at 3:15.
Alright, gotta get set up soon. Yeah, they gotta go straight from field to field too after this one.
That one's high. Ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and that one's popped up in the air. When Muskego get out of it, let's see if that's going to reach the dugout or not. And, just on top of the dugout. Just out of the reach of Wendt. So it'll remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hagman steps back in here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 runners on. 2 down here as well. Tie ball game 8-8 between number 1, number 2 ranked Muskego and Hudson. Here's the pitch. That one's on the ground, staying alive, foul once again. Hudson making their 5-hour trip worth it. 4.5 right around there.
In about 2 hours, they're gonna be doing it again too.
Yeah, Hartford's sitting on the other side too, watching. 2 players I can see, so they're watching and say, "Hey, let's hope these guys play as long as possible." That's that's what they're saying. Here's the pitch and outside, ball 2.
Try to get him with that slider looking like right there.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sets. Hagman continues to stay alive. Here's the pitch, and high and inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. The longer Muskego's out there, put another guy on, the more risk they have to be trailing going into the bottom of the 7th here. So it's going to be a full count coming up here. Hagman at the plate. Oni and Abrahamson will be in motion on this pitch with 3-2, 2 outs.
Here we go. This is the biggest pitch of the game right here.
It steps off. So re-engages with the mound now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Steps off again.
And now Hagman trying to play chess right back at him. Says if you could call time, I could call it too. Let's see what goes on here. Here we go.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and that one's in the air. Right field. Giving it chase, and he dropped it. He dropped it. You couldn't quite see it on the camera, but right in front of the fence, hold on. So Hagman stays alive. And timeout, we might have an injury down there.
Come on, Logan. Let's go, Logan. Come on, Trey.
So Hagman back in the box. The 8-8 game, 2 runners on. Here's the pitch. And follows the dugout, right into the dugout. Ooh, man. If he didn't duck there, he could have took his head off over there. Man. Been some wicked foul balls in this at bat.
That's the scary part about being in the dugout.
Yes, that's for sure.
Line drives.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes coming up now. 2 outs. Still remains 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hagman has had quite a battle up there. Here's the pitch, and that one's in the air. It stays alive again.
I think we got at least a 10 pitch at bat brewing here, Peck.
Yeah.
We got 211 people tuning in right now.
Yes. So still 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
This Hudson crowd's gonna go crazy. Both sides are gonna go crazy if something happens here on their side.
Hagman steps back in there. He's been up there a while. Here's the pitch, and call strike 3. Muskego gets out of it with 2 runners on.
Wow.
We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Muskego coming to bat, tie game.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Participate.
We're back with Better Halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Back here on Zaleski Sport. Oh. Bottom of the 7th inning here between Muskego and Hudson. Oh. Muskego, obviously the home team considered for this game, so they're going to look to win it here. Matt Azinski's still the pitcher for Hudson, and he had a really good inning last inning. So, tough road, I think, for Muskego coming up, but you never know. Bottom of 7th, Hagman struck out looking with 2 runners on that ended the rally. Close pitch. He's going to see what Muskego can do here now in the bottom of 7th. Otherwise, we might head to extra innings. That one's on the ground to second. Nice play on the first in time. So 1 pitch, 1 out to begin this bottom of 7th. So here's the pitch inside ball 1. They're just missed outside. 2 balls, no strikes. In their first strike. So Aiden Porlberg, the batter, 0 for 3 today. 1 down here. Hudson, keep in mind, has a game at 5 o'clock. That remains to be seen to start on time. That one's on the ground, short stop. Metazinski on the first, in time. Sorry, Abrahamson's playing short now.
1 out away from going to extras.
Yes. So Rogozinski steps in, strike 1.
This is going to be a pitcher's duel the rest of the way now, huh?
And takes high, ball 1. Well, here's a story of the day. You got Hartford, you got Muskego wanting to win, Hudson to win, and you want Hartford. Hartford's hoping for 14 innings. Pitch is in there for a strike, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1-2 on the batter. Here's the pitch, high and away, 2-2 now. Here's the pitch inside in the dirt as well. 3-2 now coming up.
Got our promo in the chat for this. Oh,
so taking high, ball 4, and that sends up one of the men that homered earlier today.
Man, at this rate, I'm going to have to go straight to that field.
Yes.
I don't know.
I think I will call a ride share. So Kellen Tomczyk, the batter now, takes it inside, ball 1. Tomczyk, the home run earlier. So he's a dangerous hitter to watch out for if you're Hudson. Runner goes. Throw it on a second, not in time. So all Tomczyk needs now basically is a base hit.
What's the count? 2-0?
Yes, it will be 2-0.
That winning run. Base hit could win this one now. Are you hacking right here if you get a pitch? Good pitch to hit?
I would. So Tomczyk now up at the plate, 1 for 3 today with the 2-run homer earlier. Here's the pitch. Tomczyk takes strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike.
It's our first peek of sunshine in a while.
Yeah. That'll feel good. Tomczyk steps back in. Metazinski sets. And he turns back to second. Throws back. Well back in time. Stopped and then stepped off. Tomczyk gets the pitch. That one's ripped to short. Metazinski, nice stop over there. Gets up, throws to first. In time! What a play! On the diving play. We head to the 8th inning. Extras here from Franklin.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Hey, hey! You're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah. I know like all the date spots in Eclair.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
All right, we're back.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, 8th inning here now.
At Ridgestop Exteriors, we're more than your
Back here on Zaleski Sports, 8th inning here between Muskego and Hudson. We have Hudson Hartford coming up next whenever that decides to be played, is whenever this game goes final. So it could be 5 o'clock still, it could be 6 o'clock, it could be, oh yeah, you're right. So we'll see. Jashuti remains the pitcher for Muskego. Matuszynski had probably a game-saving play over there.
At least one big thing we had today is the sunshine finally came out for extras.
Yeah.
What's the longest game we've ever had on? Have we ever gotten
10th inning last year at Prep Baseball, PBR.
We got to 9 before, right? Or?
Yes, I think so. I think they're going to have to turn the lights on here tonight. I don't think they plan to do that, but
that whoever's playing here next, you got to feel for them, though.
The other game is officially going to be an hour behind. They were
supposed to start an hour ago, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they're starting until at the very least 4:30 if this game gets done by 3:30.
Although if there's a field open, they could also move games.
And if this game gets if the extras goes far in this game to like past 4, I think we could possibly see the next game starting a little bit later too. So.
Yeah. All Hartford can do is sit and wait.
Yep.
Come on, Jace.
I tell them just go to the point after while you're at it. Because it might be a little bit. Pitch is in there for a strike.
Go, Jace.
Jace Matuszynski at the plate. Had the terrific diving stop to end the last inning. Takes outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You got it, bud.
Here's the pitch outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Matuszynski steps back in. 3 for 4 today. In their first strike.
All right, Jace, come on now. Let's go, bud.
So now it'll be 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch and just outside, ball 3.
Let's go, Jace.
So now it'll be full count on Matuszynski. Here's the pitch and called, strike 3. And that'll be 1 down.
Come on. Hey, here we go, Ted.
So now Sam Manchester at the plate. 2 for 3 today. 1 down here. Takes high, ball 1.
Here we go, Ted. Come on, Sam.
Careful with that camera right there.
Yep. Here's the pitch, swinging to miss, strike 1.
Let's go, Ted. Here we go, Ted.
It's crazy. I think the wind is actually pushing the camera a little bit.
Yeah, we have it a little loose so we can move it fast. So ball's high.
Just a little bit. We're at an account 2-0.
I got 1 strike at least. I think I got 2-1. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Now 2 strikes. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 down now. Back-to-back strikeouts for Tashuti. Gonna be Spencer Bullis at the plate now. Takes high and outside, ball 1. Here's the pitch, in there for a strike.
Man, the sun's out. I got no problem with this.
I know.
Stays out.
Yeah, like I said, I wish it would. That was in the air, ripped. It will cut out foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Shooty delivers. And pop foul behind the screen. So still remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, high, ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And called strike 3. 3 strikeouts from Tashuti. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Will Muskego do it? We'll see after this.
At Ridgestop Exteriors, we're more than your average home improvement company. We're your neighbors, and for over 20 years, we've been trusted and proudly serving right here in your community. Customer service is our #1 goal. Call now for your free estimate.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Coaches teach your kids to dream. Coaches teach your kids to overcome. Coaches teach your kids good sportsmanship. Coaches teach your kids proper technique. But who teaches your coaches?
Back here on Zaleski Sports, the bottom of the 8th inning here from the Rock Sports Complex here at the Prep Baseball Showcase Invite. Prep Baseball Wisconsin Invite between the #1 and #2 team in the state. Of course, they're in the 8th inning.
It's only fitting that the top 2 teams in this state, like you said, would get to that 8th extra inning.
Yes. Here's the pitch, and that's followed back to the screen.
This Maddox Lassard. It looks like they're kind of speeding it up a little bit more now, though, right? With the innings.
They're probably telling them, hey, we got to speed this up. And swing and a miss, strike 2, and that was way in the dirt.
Is that Maddox Lassard leading off for Muskego?
So no balls, 2 strikes. Lassard 0 for 4 today. Mazinski's pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So 1 out. Here's the pitch in there for a strike. That would be Ben Kuglich at the plate now. Here's the pitch in there once again for a strike. Well, these pitchers are pointing corners. We might be here a while, the way this is going. Here's the pitch and follow the back screen. Just got a piece of that one.
They struck out one of their best hitters, Max. Let's start on 3 pitches too.
Yeah.
They did some damage with 2 outs last inning though.
That one's pop foul. So, no balls, 2 strikes, and balls low in the dirt. Ball 1.
Yeah, the more longer this game goes too, I think that might delay the start of the Hartford Hudson game.
All you have to do is pack up and drive or walk across the complex. That one's lined to third. Oh! Caught! What a catch by Grewing over there. You talk about a defensive masterclass. Hudson's had one the last 2 innings.
He's in his spidey reflexes on that one to dive off of that. Here, move this over a little bit more this way.
Way to go, Swatty!
Next batter up, ball 1.
We might possibly see a 9th inning here. We might see an MLB length game.
Carter Nicolato, the batter now, takes a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike.
There hasn't been a batter that got on yet this inning for both sides, right?
No. And here's the pitch inside, 2-1. Almost hit him. Here it is, and that one's grounded to the dugout. Foul inside the dugout. It's like the 2nd or 3rd foul ball inside the dugout already today. Nicolato steps back in. Here's the pitch, and that one's on the ground to 3rd. Grewing makes the play on to 1st. In time! No runs, no base runners in the 8th. We head to the 9th, another extra inning. Still 8-8 between Hudson and Muskego.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to class for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
All right, back here on Zaleski Sports Days game sponsored by Prospect Training Academy. At Prospect Training Academy, we train to develop and create leaders on and off the field. We teach our players to be prepared, tough, and accountable. We also focus on the importance of academics and character. We play for the name on the front and the teammates around us. Sign up today at ptabaseball.com. Phone's sitting at 27%. So game changer after 27 more percent won't be active. So even if I had a scorebook today, it probably wouldn't last. It'd probably fly over the place. Swing and a miss, strike 1 as we begin the 9th inning.
I'm probably going to need to bring my cord into the stadium, though, to use on the, because my phone's getting down to like 50.
Here's the pitch. This is outside, ball 1.
Let's go, Sticks.
So 1 ball, 1 strike. And misses low. 2-1. Batter is Swanson. Swanson in the air. Right side. Will it get out? Yes, it will. Swanson 1 for 4 today. And 2 balls, 2 strikes on him as well. Here's the pitch. That one's in the air. Stays foul. We'll do it again. And just missed. So there'll be full count now on Swanson. I can't tell who's going to win right now.
it's hard.
I don't like predicting, but it's just like both pitchers have been dealing. And that one's on the ground. Through base hit to center field.
What do you think? If Hudson scores here, they got it? Or do you think,
I don't know.
Do you
It's
think
tough.
Muskego's going to fight back still?
Matazinski has been doing really well.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's going to be tough.
Not a lot of speed on the bag.
So
Swanson.
Pitch is high. Ball 1. Throw back to first. Not in time. So Ani at the plate now. It's Bergen Ani. Shows bunt. Misses outside.
I think pitchers get like distracted by that a little bit too.
Yeah, sometimes.
The 2-0s.
So it'll be 2 balls, no strike. Swanson on first. Ani the hitter. Here's the pitch and foul to the back screen. It didn't seem like he had the right grip on that bat when he tried to bunt it that time. So now it'll be 2 balls, 1 strike. It seemed like one hand was a little bit loose on that bat. Shooty's Muskego's 3rd pitcher of the day off the 60 pitches. Here's the pitch, bunt shown, and he gets it down. Shooty will pick it up. Gets the out at first base, but a huge, what you call a sack bunt right there, moves Swanson over to second. So Mark Sousa the batter now. With a runner on second. Here's the pitch. High inside, ball 1. Here's the pitch. That one's in the air. Left field. Deep. And gone! Hudson has the lead! Mark Sousa puts a 2-run homer left field, and that's a huge 2-run lead for Hudson. And Muskego immediately resorts to a pitching change.
No, we've seen crazier things, but there's a possible chance that could be the dagger with the way Hudson's been pitching. Was that our second or third home run of the game now? Making this 5-hour drive worth it now, huh?
Yeah. So Bo Leo will come up after the pitching change.
Who's the homer again?
Mark Sousa.
Sousa. There's going to be a lot for me to talk about Hudson-wise next game.
Yeah, so Aiden Perlberg will be the new pitcher for Muskego. Insane stuff. You talk about it right there.
That's all good.
So Bo Lee will come up now. He's 0 for 4 today. 1 out here as we resume play after the pitching change and 2-run homer. Talk about the story for Hudson today. They were down 8-2 at one point in this game and now lead 10-8 in extra innings. That one swinging to miss, strike one.
Same exact score that we had for Pewaukee, Wisconsin Lutheran now.
Inside, ball 2.
Hey, let's go, 4.
Here's the pitch. That one's in the air. That's playable. To the first baseman, Nicolato. He'll make the catch. So 2 down here in this 9th inning. So it'll be Sam Abrahamson at the plate now. 1 for 3 today. We had a 9th or 10th inning thriller last year at PBR as well. Seems like every year. Last year was Kimberly Monona Grove. That one's ripped to third. Nice play over there by the third baseman, Kuglich. He'll go on to first. In time to get him. Hudson plays a 2-run homer via Mark Sousa. Will Muskego have enough at the bottom of the 9th? Find out after this on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 180,000 participants here in Wisconsin who take part in high school sports.
All right, back here on Zaleski Sports. Bottom of the 9th. Hudson 10-8 lead now after a 2-run homer from Mark Sousa at the beginning of during the top of the 9th here in extra innings. Does Muskego have enough? We will figure that out now.
Hudson 6-0. I mean, technically, Muskego hasn't lost the game yet.
Hudson playing at 5 o'clock. Technically, we're at Franklin Field. We'll see. We'll see how true that word will be.
We'll see if we'll start in time there.
Second pitch is high and away. 2-0 now. And called strike. Pitch is outside now. So 1 ball, 2 strike. Here's the pitch. Low in the dirt, 2-2. Heffler the batter for Muskego. His first at bat of the day.
I think it's 3-2 actually.
Yeah. That one's fouled to the back screen. Let's see.
Thought I heard unless he said
yep, you're right.
3-2.
Yep. Yeah, we don't have no scoreboard in the outfield today.
I think the other fields have him on.
Yeah. They must have said Zaleski's coming. We don't need it.
Would have been appreciated. Here's
the pitch. Taken high and away, ball 4. Mazinski walks the first batter here in the bottom of the 9th. So now it'll be Joey Shaw. 2 for 4 today. Here's the pitch, high, ball 1.
We're gonna talk right here.
Heffler takes the lead at first. Shaw takes strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Shaw swinging a miss, strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. On Shaw. Here's the pitch, swing and falls back to the screen. Shaw steps back in now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Heffler taking the lead at first. Here's the pitch and called strike 3. 1 down for this Hudson defense. So now Ty Glish the batter. Ball outside. 1-0.
This guy's got a fast delivery on the mound.
Glish lines that one foul to the left side. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes coming up on Ty Glish. One ball, 2 strikes. Strike 3, swinging! Hudson down to their final out. And what could be? They just need 1 more out. What a miraculous comeback.
Keep that streak. 1 out away from the undefeated streak staying alive.
Perlberg at the plate, 0 for 4. He lines one to left, base hit. And Muskego says, not yet, Matt Peck. We're still alive.
You're not in a rush to get anywhere, right?
No. So
He comes
Perlberg
sit
on
with
the
me for a bit.
Perlberg base hit. So now Rogoszewski up at the plate. Here's the pitch. Takes high and away, ball 1. Hajinski got to be careful. Doesn't want to load the bases, but also doesn't want to give a big hit at the same time because a gap hit gets
wins this for Muskego too.
Winning run at the plate as well. Here's the pitch, taken low, 2-0, and oh boy, now we got both runners in scoring position. So it's a crucial pass ball for Hudson.
Base hit ties this game most likely. It's just the way this game's been going, huh?
So, Rogoszewski, he's 1 for 2 today. Lines that one foul to the other field, so 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Ooh, he hit the catcher on the backswing. Almost. Wow. Jace Maszynski down his final strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. He will go from the windup this time. Here's the pitch and outside, ball 3. Ooh, just missed outside.
Just a little bit more. There we go.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes, right? Yep, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Full count here. Here's the pitch and ball 4. Muskego has lowered the bases.
Wow. Hometown.
So now Khaled Tomczyk at the play, who hit a home run earlier today.
Whoa.
So this is going to be interesting. And almost had the base hit to win it earlier. Tomczyk 1 for 4 today as well. Here's the pitch. Takes first pitch, ball.
Man, this game has turned into one of the best ones we've got so far here.
So 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. In their first strike. And Hudson fans not happy about that last at bat as the pitch. Well, obviously we're not behind home plate, so we can't tell you where it missed, but it was close. Ball's high and away. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Ice water, baby. Ice water, 8. Relax, 8. Let's go.
Maszynski up to 71 pitches. Keep in mind, he only has 28 now to play with. Say we would end up in another inning. Despite not being a starting pitcher, you don't see relief pitchers often get to 100 unless in your extra innings here. That one's popped up. Right side. Will it stay in play? And he tripped. Wow, that was interesting. Did you just see what happened?
No.
So when Hudson's player was going for the ball, another ball came in from the other field right at the same time.
It's like, what are the odds moment, right?
Yeah, I was like, ooh, man. So as Sousa and Bo Lee were going for the ball, another ball came in from the other field. I know, sorry, we got that blind spot over there on the right side. But Tomczyk, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Oh, man.
Man, if he gets a base hit here.
It's either you could see a tie game here, a game being won here by Muskego, or Hudson getting the win.
I think anything.
Here's the pitch. And called strike 3! Hudson wins the game. It takes it 10-8 this afternoon. After coming back from 8-2 to forced extra innings, they take the win over number 1 ranked Muskego, 10-8 here from the Rock Sports Complex this afternoon. Coming up in an hour, we have Hudson once again versus Hartford. Elijah Vink Salata will be on the call. We'll see you in about an hour after that.